talking about that last Seraph Doctor set we had was just absolutely enough to keep me locked in going forward into future Doctor matches. And that being said, we're locked in right now because we just loaded in to the first match of the first set of the third matchup, and that being with Certify on the Doctor. And he's going to be going up against Cartney, V1, Ward, and Flix. So,
good roster.
I mean, yeah, it's a very good roster. We have 4 very good Survivor players here. So it is definitely going to be a tall order for Certified to make much happen. And it'll really show us whether the last result that Certified posted on the Doctor was more of a stride of luck, or if it was really the kind of result that he should be pulling out on the regular. So, Andrew,
I don't want to put too much pressure on Certify. That is a hard. That was a unique game. But that being said, Ward does take a quick hit here, unable to throw the pallet. No one around to help. So Ward is going to take the first damage here in the first chase at Shaq. Shaq pallet is still up. We can't seem to get a throw. I wonder if one of the teammates will come by and try and get a pallet throw for them. We do see a firecracker go down. Here, we're about to see it. Nope, we do make the pallet though. So Ward is going to live a little while longer.
That's right. Shaq pallet comes down though, and that's one really good resource out of the game already. You might be wondering, hey, why is Shaq pallet down at 5 generators remaining? Well, let me tell you something. In competitive Dead by Daylight, these things are communicated and they are agreed upon by the players. That way they know what pallets are dropped, what windows have been used, etc., where the chase is being taken. These things are being communicated by the teams. That way they are aware of what is happening. Each player is essentially eyes for each other, and that's the important thing to point out. Ward does take the down, but he goes as far away as he can from the active generators just to delay the amount of time that Certify makes to a hook. No pain resonance. That is really unfortunate as well.
So Metal, that's not that. I think that was a choice. So I don't know if we haven't talked about the build that much. We are rocking Rapid Brutality, which I know we used it last match, and it's pretty common, becoming pretty common because of all the hit tanks you see coming in, the communication, the teamwork from survivors. Also, we have Agitation. So that hook choice was specific. That was not, I need pain res to stop this generator from going. That was, I need to put a hook right in the middle of the map so I can guard it, although the unhook does come in. I need to guard it. I need to pressure all these gens nearby with my shocks and whatnot. That was a choice, not bad RNG. I wanted to throw that out there. Are we locked in this corner is the question. Oh, but the dodge back! Ward! Ward gives lots of space on the window, and the blind shock does not come through. Ward is going to live a little while longer here. We did see that second gen pop from V1 over by these trucks.
Very good pathing from Ward here. Oh, no! He's down for the sun! What? Oh, that's so unfortunate for Ward. His pathing was absolutely great. But I mean, just getting hit through the stun, that's gotta feel pretty bad. But this will be a pain resonance. I believe it sure is. Getting the most highly progressed generator down by 20%. That being the Shaq generator. We are down to 3 generators remaining on Oracle. So that being said, Certify has great pressure in the match right now, but you know, there's always room to step it up for more, honestly, because the survivors are all healthy besides Ward. Obviously, he's on the hook at the moment. These generators need to come through a bit, and they are high progress, a couple of them around the map, but I mean, there's more to be gained, honestly, here, Andrew.
So V1 it's really interesting. V1 seems to be the person, the survivor who is constantly progressing the most important generator. That generator that V1 was on is the furthest away from what can be called a loose 3-gen. If V1 pops that generator, and it looks like they're going to, we're not going to really be able to hold down a 3-gen. Now, again, listen, we were talking about Certify getting a 4K. You're not really supposed to 4K on Doctor. We're going to see another 2 generators. Those are 3 different generators. All 3 gens are almost completed. So we're going to need a lot of action happening really quickly here. Otherwise, the survivors are going to have an incredible score here. The survivors of Oracle. We see 1 pop. We see 2 pops. This is going to pop. No, it doesn't!
No!
The shock in time! Okay. The other 2 generators have 0 progress.
My
so,
goodness.
Interesting. Certify has a little bit more time to get some more points on the board here. Again, 6 hooks is pretty standard with the Doctor match. you know, 2K6 is not unheard of, not unusual. I'd be a little bit worried about spreading too far away from that shack, but again, they could be doubling up a different one, so you kind of really can't do, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Certify chasing away from Shack when this generator was like literally mere like milliseconds away from popping. It's no wonder that V1 is here to take the responsibility of finishing that gen. So that being said, Certify does catch him out, and Cardney's here to take the pallet stun, but Certify actually kind of recognizes that, so that's really interesting. But he does take this to chase the Shack. There is another generator that is getting progressed, so this isn't really a huge issue for Oracle here. Nice. Very nice fake. That was pretty spicy, actually.
I would not be surprised to see one of these two survivors rocking, well, it's not V1. I wonder if Cartney is rocking Adrenaline with the way it looked like Cartney was trying to take the hit for a healthy V1. No Adrenaline. Okay, so no Adrenaline. 2 injured survivors, all 5 generators completed. The healthy survivor is in the neighborhood right now because the generator that popped is right here, not near these buses. We're trying to get it down on V1 quickly so we can potentially snowball that into a little bit more. But it looks like Flix is here to take a hit. And Cartney gets the door open. How far away is this gate? Is it over this end? It is. Okay, everyone injured. Certified needs a hit here. I think they're going to get it, but there is a pallet up, so anything could happen. No, that's going to be a down. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
so it's going to be a 2K6. Yeah, 2K6. No, that's, you know what? That's solid for the survivors. They look like they might be hanging around seeing to maybe that they could maybe do something about it, but it looks like no. Okay.
Cartney, always playing these games, I swear. But wait, you want to wait, what? No
way!
Oh my goodness!
Oh my god, what? That was so silly.
Certify. Oh no!
That was a fumble. Like, I don't like to put anybody down, kick anybody when they're down, but that was a huge fumble. Take the hook. They're not coming back in to get it. If you do, you potentially get, with your shock, you can potentially get another fresh hook. The survivors would have been happy to leave with the 2K6. That's a good score. Instead, they get a 1K3, and this is basically I mean, like, I don't count anybody out. Crazier things have happened, but that's a win for Oracle, isn't it? Like, you can hook 2 survivors and face camp the second one, and you win.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
No, that's that is absolutely awful for Certify there.
Come in for a save and get less hooks, but I feel like you could probably do a trade. Anyways, we're rocking in. We've got Ward here. Very similar build, but we've swapped out Agitation for Sloppy Butcher. So if they do want to take a lot of hits to prolong that first chase, it's going to cost them a little bit more. That being said, we do have a shock on all 4 survivors, and we are looking for our first chaser. Looks like it's going to be Petrol.
Yep, that's right. And we are in that first chase pretty quickly in the match. That being said, oh, wait. Petrol not paying attention very much right now. Kind of running right into Ward's arms for a free early hit. But that being said, he's going to need to follow that up with a very good early chase. But, I mean, with Rapid Brutality and also his ability to shock, I mean, oh, but he missed shock. What? Ward, what are you doing? You had an early easy down right in front of you. Oh, you had,
It's a bully squad. What's happening? Oh my god. All right. Wow.
Okay. This could really work out for Seraph here, honestly. After that exchange,
that was necessary.
Oh my goodness. Maybe that running into Ward's arms was extremely tactical. Just kind of making him think, okay, this is going to be an early down. Cool, I'm going to go after this. And then he just, like, misses his shock and then gets head-on stunned, like, right after. Like, what? Oh, my... Oh, and Ward.
So Petrol's locking in here, and I like this. What I want to see, I was just about to say, this is what I want to see. We need to see survivors help. Again, Sloppy Butcher might come to hurt them. And the problem is, too, who is this? This is Zappis? I believe, yeah, Zappis. If Zappis takes a hit, you can easily change targets to Zappis here. You can easily change to Zappis if you want. We do see Jaw here as well, but the problem is now we have 3 survivors in chase. You can target any of them because there's no tunnel out. And if there's 3 survivors in chase, there's only 1 person on generators. Still, though, no down. So this is kind of doing what we're going to do. I think Petrol is going to go down here unless we're going to see a hit tank. Jaw was coming in but didn't quite make it in time. And we're going to get a hook at 4 generators.
Yep.
Generator popped in the last second.
A pretty late down in the match, if you ask me, unfortunately, for Ward here. But I mean, all things considered, with the not very steep win condition, I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. It did come in at 2 minutes and 6 seconds, by the way, which is quite a bit above average, I would believe. But either way, I mean, you can still make things happen. You don't have to get the same exact result, par for par, that Seraph posted. You just need to work your way into the win condition, and it doesn't have to follow suit in the exact same manner. He doesn't have to tunnel anyone out. He just has to play for stages. But it looks like that's what Ward is going to do. He's going to go for the tunnel out, which can still work in his favor. But Seraph already popping a generator before the first down even came in. Not looking too good, honestly, if you ask me, Andrew. So Ward is going to need to work hard to make this profit for him.
So the thing about Ward is also aware of everything that you and I were just talking about. Ward is aware that while you are chasing Petrol, you're chasing Jaw off the generator, Zappis is coming to throw pallets and tank hits, and Acid popped one generator. There was about 50% done on a second gen that Zappis ran over to work on after the down came in. So I think Ward is very aware, just as we are, that there's not a whole lot of gen progress. I can just camp this out to second stage. Next hook is a win for me, as long as I hook anybody else. Zappis seems to realize that there's a price on their head, and as the other injured survivor, and yeah, any hook now at this point, other than Petrol, is the win. We are going to see another generator pop here, though, so they're getting some gens done. That's good. Jaw's trying to snap out of it. Acid's finishing a generator. Zappis is playing pretty safe. Who did come in for the save here? Zappis, the injured survivor, came in for the save. And we're going to see a borrowed time hit. Here's the funny thing. It's better for Petrol to go down than it is. It's better for Petrol than Zappis. This is the tie condition. Oh, so close. This is the tie condition. Zappis was the win condition. So as crazy as it sounds, giving them the tunnel out was better than giving them the fresh hook. So we're on borrowed time here, though. That was not a dad joke, but I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll definitely take it too, by the way, Andrew. That was, I mean, for one who does make dad jokes, I mean, that was pretty good, you know, even if it wasn't intended. That's why we say pun intended or pun not intended. We have to give credit where it's due, and it was very due there. So that being said, we do find Zappis, and we're going to get him down on the floor. He's like, this dirt doesn't taste very good. And he's going to be taking this hook here, and that marks the win for Team Oracle. There wasn't a very tall order, unfortunately, but either way, I mean, well performed by Ward. And I know that Team Seraph was working very hard to not allow that to happen, but I think there were some things that were in place that honestly needed to be executed a little bit better in order to prevent that from happening. And I think one of those things is getting the generators done while your teammate is getting tunneled out. And unfortunately, that just didn't really happen as well as it could have. But, I mean, it's one thing to say versus a thing to do. You know what I mean? It's easier to say than it is to do. Yeah. So, that being said...
The disappointing thing for me is that they're so. I mean, and again, they did this. You can't really knock them. This is a situation where they can't really get it.
I'm sorry. I got to mention this. The last match we had the same thing happen where the Doctor player looked up to avoid the flashbang while charging their shock, and looked back down in time to deliver it and hit the survivor with it perfectly.
Beautiful.
That happened with Dino's Doctor. And it just happened with Ward's Doctor. That was so incredible. That is a very interesting thing to pull off, and I'm all here for it.
I was saying it's unfortunate because I like the survivors' early game play. Again, Petrol taking the early hit obviously doesn't help. That was not a part of the plan. But having Zappis come in, throw a pallet, tank the hit. That kind of thing is the kind of play you want to see from a really strong Doctor set. Now I think because they threw a little too much at Petrol to try and keep them up in that first chase, we're going to end up seeing potentially another 4K2 or something along those lines. We'll see how it goes, but we're probably going to see a ridiculous spread of a one hook of a 3-hook, one fresh to a 4K something, but it's only because they were playing to their win condition, not because the survivors necessarily weren't playing well. Again, I like the play that we saw coming from them. It's just with the win condition, they had to play riskier. They had to play more aggressively. They couldn't slow down. They were on the clock, and as a result, we're going to end up probably seeing I'm going to predict a 4K one. They might get the generators done. I'm not going to count them out yet, but when you see this score, the difference in the score, it's definitely one of those cases where, and you see this a lot, when one win condition is so impossible to beat that the survivors end up getting blown out because they tried to play to that win condition. So Jaw takes a hit.
Jaw does take a hit right through the pallet. Very nicely timed shock. And he's going to be following up to make sure that he doesn't get the hook for free, or the unhook for free. But he does catch the rotation back around the fire barrel. Oh my goodness, Jaw just couldn't get away with anything there, unfortunately. Ward was just able to sniff it out in time. Now we have a survivor on hook, a survivor on the ground, and an injured survivor trying to stealth out, and he does get found. Unfortunately, he is rocking that extremely clunky PUBG Dwight fit, so it's just gonna get found out pretty quickly there. But that being said, yeah, that looks like you were right. 4K2 actually.
4K2. So this
1
is the best ever, then, doesn't it? Isn't this? Doesn't Oracle now dethrone Seraph's best ever, or tie best ever Doctor match?
You know, normally I would say no, because it's a tie on the best ever. But considering the fact that they did it to the team who pulled it off first, I'm gonna say yes. That is insane. Oh wait, no, sorry.
Go ahead. Yeah, I was wrong, but I think you said it earlier, but I was wrong. Go ahead. Yes, please. Thank you.
My bad. Just to bring that out there and say, Certify actually pulled it off with 3 generators remaining. So I mean, still, this is a very good result, honestly, for a Doctor set. Usually, you're seeing at least a couple of stages out of the door. More often than not, it's quite a few. But I mean, a 4K at 2 generators on Doctor is incredible. So well done to Ward for pulling that off. I honestly, in that early game, with the early game and the first down coming in so long compared to last game, I didn't think this was going to happen. With a 2-minute and 6-second first down time, I mean, like, that turning into a 4K2 is just... I can't blame you at all one bit. And that being said, we do load in with Ward on the Lich. He's rocking an interesting build here. Not something that I would really count out of possibility. But that being said, it is Hex Ruin to apply some passive regression to generators, and Hex Undying in order to protect that totem, and also give a cheeky little bit of aura reading in the background. And then also Pain Resonance to apply a 20% regression penalty to the most progressed generator when a survivor is hooked on it. And then also Corrupt Intervention to block the 3 furthest generators for 120 seconds. And yes, that was a very quick down. I'm glad that you mentioned that while I was reading off the list of perks like I was checking my grocery list. Thank you for that very much.
Sorry to jump in, I got excited.
Nice tag onto Jaw there through the pallet. Quite unfortunate, honestly, that he wasn't able to get the stun before the hit came through. Looks like we found our petrol here.
I'm gonna jump in there real quickly. I don't know if you realize the totem pick is a genius pick because we're playing on Grim Pantry. Grim Pantry has notoriously impossible totem spawns. That being said, there are a couple. The 2 rock totems are really, really easy. They're always there, or they're very easy to find. But we have them on the edge map because the way Swamp is designed, they get edge map totems a lot of the times. So that's I think definitely why. Look, if you can see where the totems are, they are in a terrible, terrible spot. I want to talk really quickly about the add-on. So the boots there are going to give you haste when you use. I think it's haste when you use Mage Hand. So that you can move a little bit faster. And the other one I was not actually as familiar with, but it is after you fly, you can swing a little bit faster after you fly.
Okay. I'm glad that you mentioned that because I don't play Lich very often. I don't even think that I have him Prestige 1'd. and you have him Prestige 100 already. So
I knew the boots. I knew the boots. I didn't know the potion of speed. I recognize it now, but the boots I knew because the boots is pretty common. Often you'll see the ones that reduce your spell cooldown, but the Pearl of Power. Oh, very smart there. Okay, great there. So what you saw there was because Vecna's skeletons fly in a straight line and they're duckable, with the elevation changes, Vecna can get some easy hits. This is a great map for Vecna, both with main building, the small building, and also the hills. If you put the skeletons down, you have to thread the needle. You cannot duck them. As you saw there, Zaphis ducked, but the duck didn't matter because the skeleton came right at them. Petrol goes to second stage. Acid was coming in for the save, and we see an M1 on Acid.
Dirty hit.
Seraph's in trouble. Seraph's in trouble.
Yeah, no kidding. I couldn't say that better myself, honestly. And what? Oh, but he gets hold. Yeah, take that. Take that, Ward. Oh my God, what a play from Ward. Oh my goodness. That was just an insane...
We're going to get a second baseman hook. This is really bad.
Chain of events right there. Yeah, that's a second baseman hook coming in.
Okay.
And go ahead, Andrew.
No, I'm sorry. I'm just like, we're going to see that. We dropped. We're going to go for the down and the tunnel out here. Oh no, but the swing on the wall! That was the only thing that could have happened because you drop Jaw here, and you've got Acid on the ground, and then you just go continue the tunnel out on Petrol. You've got injured Zaphis coming in. This could be a 4-slug right now.
Yeah, I mean, things are looking extremely dire at the moment, if you ask me. That is not a position you really want to be in. That is 3 survivors down. This might actually be
Last
a
man
4K.
Standing.
Yeah, this is looking like it's going to be a 4K at 2 generators remaining. What is going on right now, Andrew? I have no clue. Oh my goodness, Petrol is in so much trouble here.
So, Jaw and Acid are fully recovered. You just have to tap one of them, but you tap one of them and they get up.
Oh, but
do they have time to get the other one up and get out though? No, we're just playing hot potato here, passing off who's the last slug. This is a 4K too. I don't think you can recover. It'd be really crazy to recover from this. You see us prepping some spells here. We're gonna fly up. We're just trying to cut off Acid coming around this way. Obviously the comms are coming in, but I think they went under and they're gonna get up.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
This is a very bad situation. Even though they're able to get a couple survivors up here, I mean, it doesn't really change the fact that this is still a very bad position to be in at the moment. Oh, he gets the hit on the Acid.
Wow,
oh no,
and that's
over.
it.
It's over.
That's
it's over, Andrew.
I looked away for half a second. Were they on the stairs when they shot it, or was that duckable?
It was another elevation skeleton.
It was an elevation. Okay. So that meant, yeah, that's unfortunate but acceptable. Like, you can't see the skeletons coming through the wall. You have to just guess because if you do, okay, Ward. Hats off, Ward. You know what the heck you're doing on Vecna, and I love that. That was wild. That was wild. Couple unfortunate mistakes there. If we want to roll it back, what happened was Petrol was dying on hook in the basement. We had Acid come over for the save, but get caught out. Ward came back just in time. It was really weird timing. Acid was coming in for the unhook, but Petrol had just gone second, like they were too late to get them, and then they were going to come and unhook. It's almost the worst time to unhook somebody right after they go to second stage, because all that does is speed up the tunnel out. At that point, give them another 50 seconds on hook and then unhook them. But Acid gets found, Acid gets down. Then we had Zaphis, then we had to get Jaw to come in and try and save. Jaw gets found, Jaw gets down, and the last man standing was injured Zaphis. Just bad turned to worse, and I will tell you, the one thing I hate about this is we're not going to get because everyone's 4-slug, we're not going to get one of these beautiful Vecna Moris. One of the best Moris in the game, I will say. I want to put it top 7, not top 5, top 7. Anyways, yeah, really good match. Really good match.
That's a pretty good, it's a pretty good ranking for Vecna's Mori. I mean, it is pretty brutal, honestly, getting stripped of all your skin. Also, gotta mention this. This is really important information right here. It's a fun fact provided by our stats analyst, Toby. The Lich set was a set that Oracle lost in the Winter Circuit of 2025, and they lost to none other than Ward, who was on Team Severance. So it is no wonder at all that he put up such a dominant performance on the Lich in this matchup here. In this Lich set, it is just impeccable how well he performed here. So well done to Ward. That was probably one of the best showings of the Lich and his built abilities that I have ever seen. So well done to Ward.
So really, really good. Again, I like a lot of what Ward did there while we're winding down the end of the match here. I like a lot of things Ward did there. I like the build. Again, it could have gone worse because you can find, there are the 2 rocks on either side of Shack that could have your totems. That's not what happened. We had 2 edge map totems. That's why you pick a totem build for a map like this. So really good perk choices, I feel. And then on top of that, yeah, just really good understanding of the skeletons. The survivors seem to get a little bit, particularly the skeleton when I first mentioned it in the corner there. I believe it was
with generators remaining, especially multiple generators remaining. That is extremely frustrating, I imagine.
Oh no.
What's that?
Sorry. It's like I cursed them. So we're rocking we have 2 hexes this time as well. I'm so sorry to jump in there. I saw oh no and it came out of my mouth without me thinking. We have 2 hex totems again this time. Skeletons down. See, that was a free hit from skeletons there. We did get the M1 with the mage hand, but that was a free hit from the skeletons there. So I'm interested to know Certify how much experience Certify has. Maybe they do. Maybe like they got the hit, so who knows? We have crowd control and ruin. One of those, remember how I was talking last time? Very quick down. Remember how I was talking last time about how there's a couple of set totem spawns? One of them is their totem. One of the rocks has the totem.
Ooh, that's really unfortunate. Also,
one of them, not both, but yeah.
Yeah, also just to point out, this is a really fast down. It came in at 46 seconds, which compared to last time, I believe it was 38 seconds. So still a really fast down. But you know, Certify is going to have to capitalize on quite a bit here. I'm not too sure if Oracle is going to want to cleanse these totems. A nice attempt, but it doesn't land. I think all of Ward's skeletons last time landed, and that's because they were all used on elevation. So this not happening this time is a bit of an issue for Certify here. He does follow up with a nice hit by threatening the mage hand, but not using it. It looks like, but yeah, this is. I imagine Oracle is going to play around what Certify is attempting to do here, and I think that they have a very, very realistic chance of pulling off the win here. Honestly, Andrew.
Well, the trouble too is that, I mean, look at this hook. Okay, for the record, again, I feel like either good killer or there you go. That's neat. Yeah, there you go. That's okay. Well done, Certified. That was beautiful. I love that. That was fantastic. Whether you want to say it's good survivor play or good killer play, or sorry, bad survivor play or good killer play, whichever you want to call it. Don't fall off. We're rocking boil over here. This is gonna be close. Why are we hooking in this corner, I wonder? Makes it though. Anyways, very close. If he'd fallen off there, it might have been a problem, but it didn't fall off. Very quick downs is not exactly like Vecna's not super strong. Again, good map for Vecna. Vecna's not super strong. Okay, so now we've reached the tie condition. Anyways, that being said, the basement hook last time we went to second and we were already ending the game by this point. The survivor just need one more generator here to win it. This is crazy. I actually think yes. Oh,
no, he said it too early.
I was gonna say
Certify.
I think Certify really understands Vecna, and I'm really enjoying this. Really enjoying their play. It's really unfortunate that things fell apart for the survivors last game because this is some really, really solid play. I'm seeing some super solid play from both these Vecnas. It's just I feel like the survivors fumbled last game. That's also. Yeah, wow.
Yeah, which is fair to point out because, I mean, it's a fair thing to point out. You know, they did fumble the last game. These things happen, but, yeah. I mean, honestly, well done. Certify and Ward both having a pretty strong showcase of Vecna's power, but, again, he's not a very strong killer, so the fact that, you know, Ward was able to 4K2 last match is more so of a, honestly, more so of a showing of Seraph not communicating to the best of their ability, rather than, oh, nice payback.
Ooh, Nodders. Yeah, we agree, Certified. Nodders indeed. Again, listen, P100. I don't P100 somebody. I'm not, who am I, Pryon? P100 and Crapper? No, just kidding, Pryon. I love you. Oh, no, that's Pally. That's Pally. My bad. I'm getting my co-casters mixed up. Sorry, Pally's the one with the. Anyways, both fantastic casters. Anyways, sorry. Solid mid tier. Solid mid tier. Like Vecna's not a bad killer. Okay, not a bad killer. Just not. You know, we're not as strong as some other killers. Obviously, the top tier. We're not as strong as Dracula. We're not as strong as some of those. All right. So, anyway, my bad. I feel terrible now. I mixed up my my casters starting with P. Anyways.
And it happens, you know.
It does. We're one generator away here, Metal, but things are. Yeah, I mean, we couldn't get the tunnel out on Cartney. What's the plan, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think the best thing to do here, honestly, is to likely just patrol the generators that you can really defend the best, and hope that that works out well for you. But he does find Cartney. He's fully healed though, so that's a bit of an issue for him. But Flix does finish the generator. Wait, that's the win for Oracle. Yeah. Well done to them.
This is such a good. Certified's playing great. This is a good game of Vecna so far. Wow.
Oh my goodness, that was scary. Not too sure how he pulled off the elevation trick there.
I think he went down to the basement stairs.
Yeah, maybe he did. Okay. Yeah, because the stairs are right there. So, wait, not close enough.
Very close, but not close enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay.
That was a certifiably good pick right there.
Oh my goodness, get out of here.
And V1 and Ward are double the generator off in the distance. I wonder if Certify is going to pick that up. But yeah, he does. Oh yeah, he
finds it, but too late.
But they finish it. They finish it. Well done to Oracle for pulling that out. They got the 4K at 2, and they finished all 5 generators on the survivor side.
And he missed it, but that was a skeleton hit on V1, and if we can get a mage hand up here. Oh no, he's gonna. Oh, I was gonna say, okay. So again, for those of you who don't understand Vecna, 2 things can happen there. One, you hold it, but if you pick it up, Vecna has a second before they can swing. If you catch them picking up the pallet, you can then the door's open. They're gonna get out. Maybe you can fly to get ahead of them. If they pick up the pallet, you can stay on the pallet. Yeah, he's gonna get ahead of him here. What?
Oh no!
All right, there we go. Anyways, you can pick up the pallet. If you pick up the pallet, you can throw it again before the swing comes in. There is a weird situation that if you pull up the pallet.
Wait. Oh no!
Flashlight, not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Get out of here!
Oh no!
Not the bully squad. Ward with the flashbang or the firecracker and gets the save, and that's gonna be That's gonna be 5 hooks. 5 hooks, 3 fresh. Well played, Certify.
That is so unfortunate for Seraph.
Oh my goodness.
It's not like they were going to take the win from hooking V1, but you know, just robbing it. I'm sorry. One of our match officials posted one of the funniest gifs in response to that. But yeah, no, it's not. You just.
I love that.
You destroyed my streak, by the way. But yeah, thanks. You know, like that's really nice of you. Like it felt so wholesome after being completely obliterated. But you know, it was really cool. It was such a nice exchange, and I started up again.
You delete the insult that you were typing into endgame chat.
Yeah, I was like, no. You know, I try to be positive and kind in endgame chats, especially while casting for DBDLeague, because that's not a good thing to have on your record as being a bit of an a-hole in endgame chats. So, and that being said, we did load into the Nightmare here. We have Jaw on the Nightmare, which is an interesting thing. I wonder if Jaw is, you know, pretty renowned for his Nightmare, considering we had the change up here from Certified now to Jaw, and just barely missing out on that Dream Snare, but it does result in the hit from when Ward dodged out of the way for it. And nice, another tag from the Dream Snare here. And that being said, we are going to drop the pallet, but no stun coming in. Jaw just kind of walks around it like an absolute boss. Follows up, looking for the hit. I don't think it's going to come in just yet. Oh, very close.
Very good chase so far, but it is interesting. Great play on that short side of the pallet there by Ward. It's very interesting that that's going to hit them, because that's going to result in no fastball. But I think, Ward knew it and decided instead of going for the fastball, just beeline for the fastest medium vault. We are going to the garbage pallet over here, and we're not even going to make it in time. But we will see a generator pop, one generator pop. Okay, That's fair. Cartney's got 50% on another one. It's kind of interesting for a killer like Nightmare. You know, obviously has a pretty big buff recently, but still essentially an M1 killer. A little surprising not to see any help come in on the chase there when we were getting a little bit closer there. Maybe tank a hit. You know, we would have communicated by now that we don't have Sloppy Butcher, so there is some room for some communication, some cooperation here. But that being said, Ward, basement, and 1 gen done. We did get a kick on that, put down Eruption. No pain res on that first one, but I think it's because that first generator just popped and Ja was like, I'll save it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, that's good. You know, that's some really good, you know, thought process there. And also, I mean, the basement hook, it's a better position anyways when you don't have any gen pressure after the first generator pops anyways. So, you know, I really respect the choice here. Ja just kind of coming down just to check and see, is there someone hiding in here that I need to be aware of? But no one to be found just yet. I don't think anyone is stealthing in basement at the moment, but I could be completely wrong. Maybe they are. Maybe they are, and they're just ready to go, just waiting for the right opportunity to unhook. And Ja is threatening to teleport around the map. He does actually teleport this time around, though. And he's actually missed that dream snare, unfortunately. But, yeah, we're going to be following it up, trying to get Cartney...
What was the second?
Sleep. That is really unfortunate for Oracle here. Maybe it's Seraph's opportunity to make a comeback this match, honestly.
Well, okay, so if we see 2 gens pop right away, which we might, there's one, another one, but only 60% on the other one. I just feel like if you're going to go second stage, you need to get a lot of gen progress for it. And it, like, Flix is going to finish that generator about the time when Ward would die. So then we're going to get the tunnel out. We're going to have a 3v1 at 3 jets. And now we're back to tunnel. Sorry, we're back to camp. And I don't blame Ja for this. This is a really smart move by Ja. I don't think I would teleport away. I don't think I would teleport. I obviously, Ja doesn't know where what all generators are at. That gen popped. Another gen popped earlier, and you were chasing Cartney. I think you have to know that they don't have a whole lot of gen progress besides that. I camp this out. Either they trade and you tunnel Ward, or they don't and you kill Ward, and then you're in the 3v1 with 2 left. This is strong. This is a really good position for Ja right now. And Ward dies. Ward's dead.
It's pretty strong, honestly. Yeah, and Ward taking the death off in the distance. Now wanting to follow up on Cartney, which is a great move. He's already injured, so there's a lot of pressure to be had from that chase. Actually not committing to the chase just yet, setting up more eruptions out around the map. It feels like he's got like 3 or 4 generators with eruption on it, since he hasn't really been downing anybody, just kind of, you know, walking around and, you know, pressuring survivors around the map, making sure no one's coming to the basement for the save. He does teleport, and there was some killer instincts, so there was some information about someone at main building at the moment, but not capitalizing on it just yet. He's looking to prevent other generators from popping, and especially since we're in the 3v1 right now, Andrew, this is a good position for him to be doing exactly that.
That looks like Live came through there, so we aren't going to get the hit just yet on V1 here, but I think this one might come through with the medium bolt. Yep, okay. By the way, that Killer Instinct, I believe, is from the Z block. I haven't played a whole lot of Freddy since they did it, but if they didn't change it, that's what the Z block before the add-on. We did teleport over. We're going to get down on Carney. Eruption on all the generators, by the way. And we're going to get the hook. We didn't get a pain res on Ward because they died first hook, but we'll probably see a pain res here, I would imagine. There also wasn't many hooks behind there, by the way, when looking back afterwards. Ward may not have been pain resable, but we'll see. I don't know if pain res did come through there, but bounce landed coming in on Flick. Sorry, go ahead. I mean to cut you off there.
No, I just wanted to say there were so many eruptions set up around the map that down came in like a Michael Bay film. That was so many explosions around the map. Goodness gracious. And he's getting them all set back up again, too. He's ready to do it again. Well, it's like a second Transformers movie now. And what? Oh!
Good moonwalk there. That was fantastic. And now we're going to have a hook near a lot of this gen progress. So the main generator and this generator had the most progress because the generator that V1 was on was the one that got hit with pain res. And the one upstairs, I don't believe, did get hit with pain res, although it just did there. That was another pain res. And we're going to teleport up. Cartney's injured. Flix is on. This is Cartney. I thought it was Flix. We're going to see another down on Cartney right away.
My goodness, that was a phenomenal play by Ja there. unfortunately getting stunned at this filler pallet out on the edge of map. But, I mean, wow, that was a humongous pullback of a lot of pressure.
Oh,
The
that
Dream
hits.
Snare lands. There are no eruptions set up right now, but he does have some pain resonance stacks to be gained at the moment. So, oh, he does catch the rotation to get away from the, oh.
Heads up play by Jaw. Jaw is really doing a good job today. As killer, first killer game of the day. This generator's cranking away, but we're gonna get eruption down on it again. We're gonna hook by it again. We have decided we want more. We come out here to the desert area, and we're gonna take a chase on V1. V1 has had their pain res. The only pain res left is Flix, even though there are 2 stacks. Because Ward obviously didn't get one. Flix is trying to crank that generator while Cartney recovers, but we are gonna see the down, and Flix gets the eruption off. We're gonna take the. Interesting. Okay. Flix goes and picks up Cartney. Yeah, Flix comes and picks up Cartney. We get the second hook on V1, and I believe main generator is very close to being finished.
Yeah, I mean, these generators are getting pretty close to being completed, but if they don't see that 100% progress, then they're not completed. So they need to seriously do something about this. Otherwise, they're going to be 4K'd at 2 generators remaining, and that is not at all what Team Oracle needs right now. If they want to take this win, they need to complete all of these generators as quickly as they possibly can, and also make it out alive. Because, I mean, right now, things are looking a bit dicey for Oracle at the moment. Oh,
very good, very good.
Faking it out by pretending to teleport, making Flix think that he was going to explode the pallet. That got him a free hit right there, Andrew. I don't know if that's what you were going to say, but that's what came to my mind.
No, I didn't even realize. That's a good heads-up play. I didn't even realize this was happening. I cannot believe they didn't fake that, though. That was huge by Flix, that pallet stun. And one gen does pop. The other gen's got to be close. Oh, maybe not. Wow. Wow, did that regress. I'm sorry. I didn't realize. I have my volume turned down a little bit on the feed, and I guess I hadn't noticed how much that had regressed. Wow.
I'm sorry. That was really funny. I was not meaning to laugh at it that hard.
No, you're fine.
No, one generator pops, and then you're like, the next one's got to be really close, right? And then we cut to
chug along.
Like, oh my goodness, that is awful.
But interesting enough, I want to see if this one's lit up in yellow, because that had a lot of the end. It is yellow, so that's probably the last regression. Is that eruption? The eruption is applied, which means there still is one regression. If you kick a generator with eruption and it doesn't light up yellow, that means that you've hit your 8th regression event. So I think that there is one left there. I'm kind of confused what just blew up. I think they went back. Did we not see them? Oh, we'll come back to the generator. Okay. I was like, did they not see them go behind the building there? But it looks like they just wanted to kick the generator.
Yeah, I mean, it is good to know that main generator does have eruption set up on it, so that's looking really good for Jaw. I'm kind of my ball is kind of in Jaw's court at the moment, just because of the fact that Seraph really needs this win. They really need this set point, otherwise we will not see the 4th and final set of the match here. Oh, a really good play there, but it doesn't see the light of day. Unfortunately, the eruption comes in. That's huge for Jaw at the moment. He's going to opt to teleport back to main, and oh my goodness, that generator is just exploded. It's lost so much progress.
I don't think the pain res will hit it, though. I really think it's out of regression now. I think that was potentially the last regression. They may have one left. Like, because again, every eruption kick is 2 regression events, essentially, because every time you pop eruption on it, swings through and V1 is dead. Okay, and Cartney. So okay, we're gonna take the hook. Cartney picks up Flix, but V1 is dead. So now it's 2v1 with 1 gen left. This is really, really, really good for Jaw. This is a really good position to be in.
Yeah, extremely good. V1's out of the match now. You called it. He's dead, and that leaves the 2v1 with 1 generator left. Both survivors are injured. And yeah, they don't have much to really communicate about, because they have 2 survivors that can, provide eyes, and that's all they have. There's not really a whole lot to go off of here. They have to play well on their own, essentially, while one survivor does the generator. And yeah, that's the down onto Flix. So now all he needs to do is just find Courtney, or if Flix dies fast enough, which I think he's first hook right now. He's a fresh survivor. So, yeah, that's really unfortunate. I mean, Courtney with the Urban Evasion Iron Will combination, he's kind of just able to...
Courtney knew it was over. That was listen, we can play cat and mouse a little bit here. I ain't getting a gen done. I ain't getting a save in. We're going to call it. So that's going to be a 4K1 on Freddy. And I got to tell you, that's what Seraph needed. Seraph really needed that. They had two really, really hard win conditions both times they played today. This time they set the good win condition. 4K1 on Freddy. Again, Freddy's a lot stronger than he used to be, but 4K1 is a very, very strong result. So I think that this is Seraph's opportunity to win this one. I hope the survivors are up to the task and they can put us to a final match to see if they can wind up tying up the entire matchup. So
it's just that the only problem with this, Andrew, is that the set isn't complete yet. And now Seraph's survivors need to do a good job here. They need to do better than a good job. They need to do better than they've done in the past two sets. They need to make sure that they take chase as well. The early game chase, the very first chase, there's really not much of a point of leaving it unless you're just getting absolutely rolled in chase for long enough that you have to leave and commit somewhere else. And I think that one of the reasons why we see so many survivors that don't have any escapes or they have a low escape rate isn't because they're bad or they suck at the game or whatever, what have you. And I think that's a lot of opinions that people might have, but it's important to point out that sometimes they're the chosen survivor to take the death because the rest of them need to push generators while that survivor juices and chase. And it's important to point out that in Dead by Daylight, you're not meant to stay alive in chase. You're meant to go down eventually. It's just how long can you keep yourself alive in order to allow your teammates to finish generators. So, with that being said,
can I jump in there? I want to talk about this generator situation. So as I said,
Please.
Usually you end up having a pretty tight 3-gen by Gallows. This is an insanely tight 3-gen by Main. And with the Nightmare being able to, okay, keep calling it Nightmare. With Freddy being able to teleport, like look how close these three gens are. Main Street, and up on the balcony by Main. We got a head-on coming in. I love this teamwork play. This is what you need to see if you want to get these gens done. I like seeing that. The Gallows has the Gallows and one off in the corner, so that's kind of a 2-gen, not really a holdable 3-gen back there. Gallows is usually one of the most important generators, but in this matchup, it seems like it's not going to be that big a deal. Right now, they're going to want to crack one of the gens by Main building. That's going to be their goal.
Also, by the way, Andrew, another fun fact from our stats analyst Toby here is that survivor number 34, Alan Wake, is entering DBDLeague Season X. And I think it's really funny that we have Alan Wake entering on a Freddy set where the killer puts you to sleep. So,
Alan Wake is asleep? What?
Yeah. Yeah, he certainly is right now. He's asleep at the moment. But, yeah, that being said, really nice to see that another survivor is being played in DBDLeague Season X, and we love these stats. We hope that you keep them coming, Toby, because they are always fun to point out for everyone watching at home.
So this is really interesting. Totally different start to the match this time. We are going to see a down on Jaw. That down came in a lot slower than the last match. We are under Shack Pallet. Seems like no one's going to come and get them. We're rocking Sloppy Butcher, okay? So... and Rapid Brutality while I'm at it. So Ward is really looking to you're not going to tank hits, because if you tank hits, I'm going to make you pay for it. I'm going to get Rapid Brutality and keep chasing the person I was chasing, and you're going to get Sloppy Butcher and have to reset. The survivors took 3 separate injuries before that first down came down, and they reset them, which means that and what I'm saying right now, Ward knows as well. Ward tagged 3 survivors and then double tagged Jaw. So the other 2 got healed, which means they healed through Sloppy Butcher, which means they healed through Mangled, which means they took a long time, which means that there's not a lot of generator progress to speak of right now. In all that excitement, we had Ruin on the board. Ruin has been deleted. So now the only gen regression we do have is going to be Pain Res, and one Pain Res has come through.
Oh!
Wild Swing doesn't quite hit.
Yeah, that was a little bit close, but I did kind of have it in my mind that just was not going to hit. I would have lost my mind if it did. And there we see Acid taking the hit, coming out for the rotation to pick up. Takes the down. That's going to be a trade. Yep, absolutely a trade. He's going to go on the hook here.
Painless.
That being said, I mean, yeah, the survivor coordination in the beginning of the match was really nice to see, but there's no gen progress to show for it, really. I mean, the generator at main has some progress, but, I mean, no gens have popped yet. That is really unfortunate to see. Jaw falls asleep, and he's taking the chase at main. The door is already broken, so it's a little bit unfortunate. This pallet's going to come down, and yeah, I think Jaw's going to take the down here pretty soon.
That's a fake pallet.
Oh my goodness, Jaw, where are you going?
Jaw, that's a fake pallet, friend. All right, we're going to see the second down on Jaw. We saw the unhook and the heal come in on Acid. Zaphis is about to finish the first generator. Things aren't terrible. Like, they do... They have some gen progress. They don't have any gens completed. Rather than that one, they do. They have a lot of gens with progress. But again, this sloppy butcher is causing them a lot of pain. These resets are taking a long time.
Yep, they are definitely taking a long time. So what Seraph's survivors need to do is make generators pop. Jaw's hook needs to count for something, because Ward is currently trying to camp him out. So the survivors of Seraph need to respond in kind and get generators done while he is on the hook. And if they are not able to, Jaw's hook state is pretty much for nothing, and they don't really get anything out of it, honestly. So I'm hoping that they can make something out of his hook state, and he's going to be camped out. But if they can actually get generators done in this meanwhile, then it'll actually have meant something, and that is really important to see. It looks like we do have Zaphis coming in to try to get the save, but I mean, oh, it's...
The problem is that
not...
this is the same situation as last game, except doesn't get the unhook. That's
oh no, that's bad.
That's game over. I'm not trying to, but that's game over. That's gonna cost it. The last game, the end of the last game, sorry, at the beginning of the last game, we had a death with 2 gens remaining. So we went into the 3v1 with 2 gens left. Okay, well, okay, all right, hold on. Okay, that gen popping gets me a little bit of hope. It's not good to have start your 3v1 with somebody on hook, I'll give you that. But they did pop a 3rd gen. They're not in good shape, but it's not over yet. It's not over yet. If that gen hadn't popped then, I was giving up. I was
At the same time, there is a little bit of hope, but I mean, they need to pop both remaining generators. They cannot tie in this circumstance. They have to make sure that both generators pop, otherwise they do not see set number 4, and they don't even have a hope of tying the overall matchup. So this needs to be a win for Team Seraph, and right now, it's not looking very good at the moment for Team Seraph. So Kenshi and Zaphis need to make really good use out of their time, get on generators ASAP, and rotate to save Acid when it's possible to do so. I imagine Ward is going to go... Yeah. I imagine Ward is going to head straight back over to the hook once he is close to death. So either Kenshi or Zaphis need to save either immediately, or they need to pull off a seriously good save at some point. That being said, I was going to say he's getting his eruption set up. Nice. Acid does get unhooked, but there is a very
close... out of there.
Yeah, there's a very close generator to teleport to. So he is able to teleport right on the save, and I mean, oh, this is looking... Oh, nice double back there. Getting
Jack Pallet is still up, which is good, but now that's gone. If Acid dies, 2v1 is it's just not going to happen. Gets hit with that snare. Oh, good heads up play. We're gonna vault this time. But now the pallet is there. Oh my
Nicely
goodness,
done.
timing
And
on that though.
Life being used here as well. Very nice to see that. Nicely done by Acid.
Okay. We're still on borrowed time here, but Kenshi's coming in to take a hit. Okay. Kenshi takes a hit. I think maybe Ward's like, all right, fine, I'll take the pain res. Gonna teleport over to the generator, try and stop the generator from being completed. This is so close. Great. Listen, Acid, that was necessary. What Acid just did there was 100% required. Happened, swings through the pallet, but Zaphis decides to greet it. Well played there.
Oh, nicely done by Zaphis.
The only pain res left is Kenshi.
Wow, he's doing
Are they
great
gonna
in the case right now.
So are they gonna crank a gen? Or are they gonna get? I think Acid needs to get healed, but like, you need to get the gens done. It's you know, there's too much to do and not enough time to do it. You know.
Absolutely, and they are getting the resets off in the distance. It looks like Acid does heal, get healed, and Kenshi is currently healing Acid. I think that they should have 99 each other's heals
They
and
couldn't.
then
Not with
sent
Sloppy.
it.
Sloppy.
That
Sorry,
is
I
so
didn't mean to
true.
kind of jump in
Oh
there.
no, you're.
I
no,
was
that's-
thinking that out my line. I was thinking in my head they can't even 99 their heals because of Sloppy Butcher. Yeah, sorry. I
Yep,
didn't mean
and
to cut you off
they
there, but-
interrupt the reset over here as well, and actually no, sorry, this was Kenshi working the generator. That's right, or Zaphis working the generator. So yeah, really unfortunate. He does catch up the generator and damages it. Now it is going to regress while Ward chases Zaphis at main. So unless Acid and Kenshi can get on that generator or a different one and really make some good progression on it, I mean, this is looking like Oracle is going to take this set point, and Seraph is potentially not even going to take any set points at all at this point. So really, really bad news for Team Seraph.
Really good. Listen, it's really crazy. Like they kind of had some struggle getting the game going for them when Jaw was still alive. Now that Jaw is gone, they've been doing a pretty good job. Again, if Zaphis had been able to unhook Jaw, not get caught off on the trade there as Jaw died, this game was very winnable. It's so close now, but it's really looking like. Yeah, it's really looking rough.
My
Kenshi
goodness.
takes a hit. Again, if Kenshi takes it down, that's going to be the pain res. I don't think we make another pallet here. Oh, maybe we do with that. I thought this pallet was gone. Oh my goodness, I thought that was going to be a hit all day.
I did too. Wow, what a good stun. But I mean, with the massive hindrance, he does make the vault. Nicely done. Oh, but unfortunate for Kenshi. But I mean, Zaphis does have a generator about 75%.
Gonna get pain
He
res.
picks up. Yeah, that's gonna be a pain resident, unfortunately. But I mean, they are trying to make the most out of their time, which I can very much respect from Team Seraph. They are definitely trying their hardest, but this is just a very awful situation to be in. But in the meantime, Acid is also progressing his generator. So I mean, something can really happen here, honestly. One more
very
generator,
close.
and we meet the tie condition, and one last generator, and that's the win for Team Seraph. So they are dangerously close to both winning and losing this set, honestly.
Tie is a loss, though. Just to be clear to everyone watching, tie is a loss. Tie ends this set in a win for Oracle. Seraph has to win this one and win the next one to tie the set overall. They cannot win at this point. So when I'm on the edge of my seat, that generator matters, but only matters in the sense that they need to get another one done now.
Well
That's
done.
good, though.
Yeah, well done to Acid for sticking that generator in the last moment. Very, very nice to see that. If they can pop the one last generator, which was very close, by the way, they have a realistic chance of making a tie over this overall matchup. And yeah, it looks like Ward is threatening to teleport, but not actually committing. So if Zaphis sticks this generator and is able to complete it, then Seraph actually takes the set point, and we see the fourth set here. But I mean, it's so close right now. Does he get it before second? He does.
Triple!
Wow, that was
That's
probably the last possible pixel.
That's so
Get
big.
that.
I know. I thought he was going to miss that. I thought it was going to be a last-second scream. That was
Oh.
huge.
Nicely done by Zaphis. Not a whole lot of distance to really be gained from that, but I mean, either way. Oh wait, so close. Kenshi and Acid are stacking on the generator off in the distance. Which one is it though? I think it's this one. Yeah, it is this one, unfortunately. So he does find the generator that they were stacking, but this also leaves the opportunity to go pick up Zaphis and make something happen out of this. But I mean, yeah, Seraph is really trying their hardest at the moment right now, Andrew, and we are absolutely here to see it.
I'm literally holding my hand to my mouth, like biting my nails. What's going to happen? This is a wild game.
Yeah, I mean, they
No
have multiple
no gen
generators.
regression left. No gen regression left. Acid on Death Hook. Zaphis, if they get hooked, will be on Death Hook. Teleports away. We're gonna pick up Zaphis. Kenshi's gonna go down. Oh, so close.
So unfortunate for Kenshi there.
Oh.
He's gonna get the
All
hook
right.
onto Kenshi. Unfortunate.
but they have good progress on both gens on opposite sides of the street, so they can easily, like, again, you're going to sit in a situation where Ward wants to camp this hook. They can't, and then Zaphis is going to run back away from the generator. That hits, I think, and then goes back, and then we get the unhook. So, okay, here's the problem. Kenshi is injured and dead on hook. What's the play here, Ward? Do you chase Kenshi? Do you try and kill Zaphis? Acid is dead on hook as well, but the least of the least attractive target right now, seeing as they're healthy.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
so
you need some slug pressure for sure. And I mean, honestly, Ward is in a...
That's gonna be a hit.
Oh, no, it's not. He gets through at the very last moment. That was extremely close. But I think this is going to be a hit here. I think so. No, it's not.
Wow, maybe.
That's a hit.
But you can vault into Shaq now, and you can waste some time while they double that gen.
Yeah.
He has to leave. He can't stay.
So
He has
close.
to leave. He has to leave right now. No, he doesn't leave. Okay.
Not sure what Acid was doing there, but I mean...
There's a fake pallet there, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he left a fake pallet there.
No, I don't... Why? At least I didn't see one.
I didn't see it either, but he had one there earlier, and he might have left it there from before.
That's true. That's a fair point.
I don't know. I'm just guessing. I'm thinking. So, yeah.
Yeah. No, it's fair, because I actually didn't know for sure. But, I mean, honestly, Ward has a dilemma in front of him right now. Because, sure, Oracle is looking great right now. They've taken 2 set points. They're about to take a third if Ward is able to... Oh, sorry, no, they won't take the third because they're at the tie condition right now. But Oracle is looking great right now. But Seraph is in the middle of a comeback potentially, because if they are able to finish this last generator, which there is no gen regression left to capitalize on here, unfortunately Zaphis does take the down here right in front of this generator. But the other one over here by the water tower is almost done too. They are making some serious progress on the generators right now, Andrew. This could really result in a win.
Oh no! Okay, so you can't make that vault. Yeah, no.
You can't.
And Acid's dead. Acid's dead. Zaphis is on the ground. Kenshi is gonna go pick up. Now it's 2v1. It's so close.
It is dangerously close. They need to make all of their chases from here on out count very much so. Otherwise, there is nothing to be gained from this. He does teleport back to this generator. I mean, Ward's callouts for where to go for each next chase has been extremely good. Like, very, very on point. And, I mean, it couldn't be better than this. Ward opting to come back to this generator now, catches out Kenshi in the rotation to get away from this generator because it's in a bit of a dead zone at the moment. So, oh, no. I don't think Zaphis has enough time to finish this generator.
So close. It's not going to get done. Yeah.
Oh, this is so unfortunate for
Oh,
Seraph.
my heart! My heart is breaking! So close! It was so close! It's so far!
Oh.
No, I mean, he wasn't getting away. That breaks my heart.
Seraph worked so very hard.
Oh.
That
I mean,
is awful.
My heart is broken. I was so like, listen, I don't have a dog in this race. Again, Oracle needed the win, Seraph needed the win. I'm all for whoever wins. I'm not cheering for one team over another. But that was such a war. That was such a war just to try to continue existing and surviving one more day. And oh, that's so heartbreaking to see it. Ward, well played. Ward, I'm not taking away. Well played, my friend. I apologize. I'm not trying to take sides, but oh my goodness, that hurts my heart. I thought they were going to pull it off. Oh, what a match. What a game. What a matchup. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. No, I mean,
all right.
It is really unfortunate for Team Seraph that they were not able to pull a single set win out here. But at the same time, this looks so incredible for Oracle. They will absolutely benefit from taking a 3-0 here. This is great news for them. They've been on a very good comeback for this whole matchup, and if they can continue this pressure going into future matchups, this will look very, very good and very promising for Team Oracle right now.